Helemaal niet weggaan, hè, jongen. Oeh. Oké, dus überhaupt een ID of zo kan vinden. Dun, 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 dun. Ik kan niet eens over de reling springen. Du, 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 du.
Great work.
Maar we nu over allerlei armors. Die hebben we niks aan. Oh, niet interessant. 49. 20, 42. Ja, nog een 84. 84 chest. Pavati chest. Oh, wacht, nee, Vicar heeft volgens mij een hele armor aan, toch? Ja. Dan is je in één keer klaar weer. Hier knop. Heavy machine gun. Net ook al opgeraapt toen het misging. Stuffing. Hier beneden ging net mis.
Entering the labyrinth's the easy part. Making it back out. I'm still trusting your plan on that one, Captain. I suppose it would be too late to back out now, huh? Fear not, Captain. I'll watch your back.
You watch my back. Oei. Dat is allemaal pijn hier. Mooi. Alles vastdoet, maar er is nog meer zo te zien. Zo, weer op 7. Nou, jullie hoeven allemaal niet zo dichtbij te komen. Het doet allemaal pijn en zo. Ah! Geef dat weg dat ik wounded ben. Oké.
Well done. We're still alive.
Barely. Jesus Christ, man. Oh, fucking pijn hier. Dat is wel heel goed ten opzichte van de rest van de game tot nu toe. Hier wat interessants. Nee, dat is ook niks interessants. Nog steeds geen ID-kaart. Dan dat je. En je wel van allerlei vendors. Hmm. 60. Is ook niet echt hoog level allemaal. Oh, hier nog 2 terminals. 23, oh, ja, 84. Waar nog een 84. Oh, die andere kan maar nog eentje liggen. Even bewaren. Zo. Transition to the pit. Oh god.
This is like a bad dream I once had.
Oh. Met sulfide canisters. Ik ga ik helemaal daar langs. Oh, waar de hel komen jullie vanaf? Hatja. Volgens mij is alles weer dood. Kijk wat hier zit. Bloody. Oh. Terminals. Dat is niks. Dat hebben we allemaal al. Oh, iemand waar we mee kunnen praten. List passwords for something called a RAM. The 3 columns, but only one is legible. The rest is scratched out. Today's password for the column is 3 post.
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If y'all would quit bothering me, I'd get this done sooner. Is that a joke? Y'all call me out to fix the FPS and now you're asking me who I am? Whatever. I need to fix this before I get in trouble, so stop bothering me.
Oh yeah.
Forced pacification system. If the prisoners riot, we gas them. It went a little haywire after the last deployment, so here I am. Anyway, I need to finish this, so get out of here, will you?
Persuade deployment requires an authorization passport. Ja, maar die hadden we toch gezien net. Forst. Moeten we er iets anders in geven? Ja, we gaan nog eens vervelen.
Of course. Why? Whoa! Take... The password is tartar sauce. One word. All lower...
Okay. Thank you. Oh god. Dat is niet goed. Denk ik. Hier. Hups.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
Oh, hallo. Spand even voor mijn neus. Daarmee kunt het veel hebben. Hij stond dan net ook niet troepig. Auw.
Don't you dare die on me!
Dat is zo vervelend, hè. Oh, zijn we hier? Oh, kut. Dan heeft hij al even niet meer gesaved.
Understood. I'll keep my head down.
Blijft dat nog hangen ook? Nee, lijkt weg te trekken. Zijn we daar geweest? Ja, hier zijn we geweest.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
Een aantal gekild. Maar we even saven, want... Oh, okay. Ow. Dat ging naar omstandigheden goed. Jammer. Hey, Chairman Rockwell.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
And the convict. The vicar. You know, most people, once they're out of prison, don't seem keen on returning.
Oh, I would go anywhere to see you fall, sir.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. My word! You've correctly identified the most recognizable man in the colony. Remarkable. It's a wonder what Phineas saw in you. Then again, he's an insane person. Thankfully, he's our insane person now. A proper company man.
Pardon?
Yes, he is an extraordinarily obstinate fellow, isn't he? Fine, he isn't working for us per se. Semantics, he'll come around. But that's between us. As far as my adoring citizens will know, we've turned a dangerous crackpot into a working-class man. It's a miracle. It's PR. It's for the best, really. Believe me, the good people of Byzantium don't want to know what goes on here. I know Halcyon's in rough shape, but riots are the last thing anybody needs right now.
Moi.
Let me ask you something, Captain. Have you at any point thought about not fucking up our entire society?
I believe we could ask you the same.
I'm making actual progress towards stabilization and recovery. You're just getting in the way.
Oh ja?
If I and my people can ride it out in luxury and happiness,
Ja,
yes,
kijk, daar
yes,
zijn we
I
alweer.
would. I don't know if you've noticed, Captain, but Halcyon's pretty much a lost cause. You are a captain of action. I'll give you that. Look, I'm not an unreasonable man. If you manage to storm the castle, as it were, and make it out of here with Phineas alive, I can't exactly afford more havoc than you've already caused. Fine. If you survive, you'll need someone to sell the rest of the board on your plan. I've got work to do.
Nou, nu is bang voor mij geworden, of wat? Zag ik alweer
All
kracht.
right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the... We need our help. So, get in there and... fight!
Ga dan gewoon achter MSI aan. Veel slimmer. Ja, commander down.
Everyone all right?
Time to collect a fine bounty.
Really doing this, huh?
Everything in my life has been leading up to this point. I believe I am ready for this.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty. Typical. Running your mouth in the middle of a crisis. It's almost as if you delight in chaos. My reports described you as one of Halcyon's sharpest minds. I can't imagine why you'd do something so irrational. I should have dealt with you a long time ago. You were always too dangerous to leave unchecked. Leaving you alive was my greatest mistake, but it is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can repair the damage you've done. I can set things right.
Oei.
Well, that's mostly correct. You're not leaving here at all. I wish you'd simply cooperated with me. You're the finest marksman in Halcyon. You could have been my gun. I had a feeling you'd say that. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain.
Okay.
And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically, or something.
Or something. Oh. Wacht. Aangezien het reclameblok eraan komt. Oh, ik moet ook mijn kun repareren. Dat kan ik hier natuurlijk niet, hè. Kan ik nog met de lift naar beneden? Er komt toch zo'n reclameblok aan. Even kijken of hier ergens een workbench of zo is. Ben ik hier door naar binnen gekomen? Maar mag ook gewoon niet naar buiten. Dan houdt het op, hè? Niet echt een workbench. Nou, dan draaien we ondertussen de reclame even. Als je wil. Ah, daar gaat hij. Zijkant misschien nog ergens een workbench staan voordat we die kamer ingaan, hoop ik.
Great work.
Great work.
Oké, wat hebben we hier nog gekregen? Dat is niks speciaals. Maar niks. 5, 1, 3, 1, 80. Oh, hallo. 525. Ja, dat is een behoorlijk dingen meer als ik heb. Effect execute. Oh, heeft deze ook. Nou, 80. Waarom heb ik 24? Wacht. Heb ik deze een boelboel gemaakt? Volgens mij wel. Oh, crap. Nou, laten we die er maar even aan doen. Hier hebben we niks aan om deze aan te hebben. Ik wonder dat alles zo'n pijn deed. En een boelboel gemaakt. Heel destroyed. Damage to RAM unit or lab personnel as a result of security or safety overrides will be marked against every error. Currently locked in. Dus General Auto Mechanics. Wacht. Even zeven. Goed dat ik dat documentje dus gelezen heb.
Why won't you just
I win.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Ah, all in a day's work for you, huh? You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish. You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated.
Dat was al duidelijk.
I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Earth is only an idea to us. But that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what'll happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
Met
I'm
sneller.
afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own. Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
Ja.
The chairman? I don't know why you let that heartless creature live, but I'll have to trust your judgment. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free.
Oh, het is maar net hoe je bekijkt.
Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took sublight salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever. Time would tell if her replacement could keep the sublight family together. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was. An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising.
That's why.
The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name. And in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the riot on Tartarus and partnered with Chairman Rockwell to run the colony together. As Halcyon looked toward the future, you remained a constant presence in the colony's administration. You were never weighed down by bureaucracy, and you never had to dirty your hands with politics. You had people who did that for you. By your influence, Halcyon survived the turbulent years that were to follow. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
The end. Moet ik nog na gaan denken wat morgen ga streamen dan. Aangezien na morgen een beetje lastig wordt voor de eerste paar dagen. Dan ga ik hier alles omgooien. Ik ga een complete woonkamer en achterkamer verbouwen. Dan zal ik waarschijnlijk een paar dagen niet live zijn. Dun, dun. Du, 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 du. De meeste aftitelingen zijn best wel lang, Tines. Alleen de meeste mensen laten die niet aflopen. Du, 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 du. Dankjewel, dankjewel. Ja, we hebben weer genoeg werk te doen dadelijk. Mijn gewone werk, daarbij nog een opleiding, daarbij nog proberen wat te streamen en daarbij nog het penningmeesterschap en de secretaris. Met andere woorden, ik zal me niet vervelen het komende jaar. Ja, op de pagina van de opleiding staat 18 maanden. Maar bij de inschrijving hadden ze het over een jaar. Dus ik weet het nu sowieso even niet of het nou een jaar is of 18 maanden. Of het is in principe een jaar, maar je mag er 18 maanden over doen. Dat zou ook nog kunnen natuurlijk. Ja, dan gaan we kijken. Want ik ben nu bijna 17,5 jaar bij de baas. Via de LOE. Het is ook een certificaat, geen officieel diploma wat ik daarvoor krijg. Want voor het officiële diploma dan zou ik stage moeten gaan lopen. Ja, dat wordt een beetje lastig. Nou ja, werk zal er wel te vinden zijn, maar... wordt denk ik een beetje lastig. Dus ik had zoiets van, ja, dan doe ik gewoon deze. Dan krijg ik wel zoveel mogelijk mee. Dan kan ik altijd kijken voor ander werk. Desnoods dat ik dan nog de volledige opleiding doe. Omdat je dan toch een aantal vrijstellingen krijgt. Plus dan is dan de werkdruk lichter als je net een nieuwe baan begint en een opleiding tegelijk aan het volgen bent natuurlijk. Oh, ja, kijk, net de bevestigingsmail. Dus gefeliciteerd, uw aanvraag voor de opleiding is goedgekeurd. We hebben uw inschrijven verwerkt. We zijn de opleidingsmateriaal in diep en toepassing zodra het kan, maar in ieder geval voor de startdatum, 7 juni, ja. De online leeromgeving, bla bla bla. Je krijgt apart een mail. Houd er rekening mee dat de UV ook verwacht dat de opleiding echt gevolgd. Goh, is dit niet of niet voldoende? In dat geval kan de UV besluiten de subsidie terug te vorderen. Ja, dat schreeuwt ze ook dat je 80% van de opleiding moet doen. Ja, dat zie je vaker met verkorte opleidingen. Jee, zo.